I'm back. Hey, everybody. Oh my goodness. I tell you, that flu kicked my bohiney. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the blessings that you sent my way, all your well wishes. I felt all the love energy, all the healing you sent. It just took me a little bit to get my physical energy back. So I am definitely happy to be back. I missed you all so much and connecting to spirit, of course. So before we get started, I do want to send extra love out to the world and for all those who are sick out there. And if you want to join me in sending that love out, I definitely welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and send that beautiful love to the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. Just let that love cascade down into our heart and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you yourself are in need of love tonight or today, wherever you're at in the world, for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for a situation, a loved one, whatever it may be, we send love to you as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And thank you for all that love as well. So, before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows that there's 2 days left, more or less, to enter the personal reading giveaway. And here is the link to how you can sign up to do that. And then also, in my little sickening state, uh, I actually had pre-recorded Aquarius season pick a card. So that also came out. So if you want to take a look at that, all you Aquarius Sun babies, happy birthday to you. There's a special bonus reading there for you. I am an Aquarius Sun baby. So happy birthday. And there's also a pick a card for everyone else who's not an Aquarius Sun. So you have a choice of 4 different readings for the Aquarius season. And then also, while I was out, the pick a card for the Chinese Lunar New Year. So happy Chinese New Year to everyone. There's a pick a card for that. Beautiful reading. I really liked what came through on there. I know I say that about every reading, don't I? So we are good there. And then what else? What else? What else? Oh, yeah. And of course, those weekly energy updates for this week. Really, we focused on what reward is coming because of the work you completed during the Saturn retrograde. Saturn is the taskmaster. It's the old grandpa who's a bit all about doing the work, do the work, do the work, and question our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets around things. But it also gives us beautiful, beautiful reward afterwards, which is very important. And so these readings were by each individual zodiac sign. Of course, this evening at midnight in about 5 hours, the next week's readings come out. And I'm going to change them up a little bit. I was playing catch up with, of course, being sick. So I'm going to do it by each element. So by water signs, fire signs, earth signs. And I might continue doing that going forward. I liked how these came out. So we might continue to do that. All right. So that is what we have. And let me pop out the chat here so I can actually see it a little better. And we will get into the readings. Make sure that's selected right. Need to shrink this down. All right, there we go. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Right, very good. And so, of course, if you're new to my channel, what I do is I go down in order for the free readings on first come, first serve basis. And when there are donations, I do step out of line to honor that energy exchange. And then I step back in line and continue to go back down in order for the free readings. If you want to know how to make a donation, you can use the super chat down below, which is a little dollar sign. Or if you check the description box of this video or the pinned comment at the top, it does have my Venmo, my PayPal, and newly Square/Cash App. Some of you had said, "Hey, Brother Zen, you're an old man. You're not in the times. What about the Cash App?" And I'm like, "What is that?" So I researched it, and lo and behold, I had access to it already. And that link is there for you too. So I do have a couple donations, so I'm going to jump into those first, and then we'll start with the free readings. So my beautiful dear friend Benita, hello, hello. She actually knows me in the real world. I really am not a computer-generated individual. So hello, thank you so much for your donation. Good to see you. And you wanted to know a reading on Joey's meeting and what support gets to look like. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you, Benita. All right, well, let's take a look here. All right. Well, it does appear here, and I'm using the Chinese tarot today, and we've got this beautiful, beautiful Two of Swords that comes in. And the Two of Swords does talk about, it can sometimes mean about, a fork in the road. But I really feel for this is more allowing the heart to have a seat at the table, not just go off the mind. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. So the support that, you know, um, comes forward here, I feel this is what they're zeroing in on, that for you is just to trust your intuition. Don't get too much caught up in your mind and, around what you think you're supposed to support, how it's supposed to look, blah, 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 all that fun mind stuff that just takes us off on bunny trails. It's like, take a deep breath, take a step back, and go into the heart and just go, what does that look like? Release yourself from responsibility, release yourself from all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, and allow it to be pure and from the heart, is really what I feel there. Because you also have the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture for you. And so this is about you taking care of you and not giving yourself away, and the nurturing that you deserve. This is about you focusing on you. Allow this beautiful, beautiful, mother nurture yourself. You get to mother you. You don't have to mother anyone else. Right? So I like that. Now, the meeting with Joey, there is the Three of Staves, the Three of Wands that comes in here. And this is about a change of direction. It's where it was anticipated to go. It's going to take an off ramp. It's going a different direction than previously anticipated. So there is this beautiful going with the flow energy. And I like that for you, because I feel like you've been really, really working on that, what our entire lives, right? But really, I feel over the last 3 to 6 months, such an intensive on going with the flow and stepping out of your mind and into your heart, trusting your gut, trusting your gut, trusting your gut. Because you do have Confucius coming in here, which is the judgment card. It's the double endings and double new beginnings, but it's usually an angel with a horn calling your human self to a higher place, seeing things from a higher perspective, but it really is this relationship with your higher self that's coming in here. So you get to release yourself, and again, trust your heart, and you don't have to invest energy into caring for others besides you and your little redheaded handsome little fella. And that's what they're really focusing in on is you focus on you and your son, and that is really it. Because in addition to Confucius, you also have the king of staves, the king of wands, which this, wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. This is represents your higher self as well. So you've got two cards about higher self coming in here, and so it's focusing on your connection high inward and upward and not outward. So they're almost telling you it's time for you to step back and just care for you. And you don't have to, like I said, they don't have to mother others, because you have the Three of Pentacles that comes in as well, which the Three of Pentacles is that be true to your authentic self. There's usually two other people in the card in the standard tarot, and those two individuals represent like there's people that we are afraid will get punishment from if we don't do what is expected from them. We don't live up to their expectations. We don't do what they want us to do. Punishment, 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 in one way or another. And then there's the praisers, the people that we enjoy getting the praise from, and we're afraid if we don't do what they want us to do, that they'll withdraw their praise from us. It all goes back to our childhood conditioning of praise and punishment. We're drawn off our authentic path and out of our authentic selves because of those fears. But this is so much about inward and upward and connecting to your higher self and disregarding those fears. Try to step out of those fears so you could be your true authentic self regarding all of this. So it's almost like whatever the meeting with Joey and thing is about is like, you know what? You just get to take care of you, and everyone else gets to take care of themselves. Of course, you get to take care of your son because he's not old enough to take care of himself yet. So you are giving all of that love and attention to yourself and to your son, and everyone else, they don't get any of it right now. So I like that. So what does support get to look like? It looks like you get to support yourself, and that's it. So I like that for you, Benita. So that is what spirit has for you right now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's his meeting, not yours. So you said it, right? That's what spirit is saying is it's none of your business. It's none of your meeting. It's not so you don't have to support, that, oh, I gotta support them. They're like, nope, I like that. Noted. I love you too. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So I do have one more donation. Let me just take a look here. All right. Very good. Hey, Renee. Thank you so much for your donation. And I do see your questions actually in the PayPal. So we'll take a look here. And so you wanted to know info about the job. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what update we have on that here. How and where they see you. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, right. Excuse me. So you do have the Page of Cups coming in here, which, as far as like how they see you, where they see you, how they see you, the page is newness, new emotion. Um, so there is this excitement still, I feel, towards you with this card coming in here. Um, I feel like what Spirit is saying here, uh, because they're kind of drawing you inward and upward. Here you got the high priestess, which steps back into her high priestess temple, connects upward, goes behind the scenes, dives down into their emotions. And you have Confucius, which is usually the judgment card, which we had just come out and it came flying out again. But this is about your higher self drawing you higher, see things from a higher perspective. So they're having you step back and look into yourself here. It's like, how do they see me? Where do they see me? And I feel like it's they're saying here, um, yeah, that it's you. The pause is happening for you to look inward and upward, and it's not so much about what how they see me, where they see me. It's how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Because you also have the 5 of Pentacles coming in here, which is the 5 of Pentacles is change of viewpoint, right? The 5s is the change, and this is about not looking to the outside world for your sustenance. When we do that, when we look and go, okay, it's up to them. They're the ones making decisions. They're the ones that are going to bring me my income. We feel out of control, right? Because that fickle human beings out there, when they go into fear, they go into self protection mode. But this is about turning inward and upward again. With this inward and upward, what you're learning through this is that it's source, it's the creator, it's spirit that brings you everything you need in each moment, not a human being. And though that they may be the delivery company or the shipping company that it comes to you through, it's coming from up above. And so they're having you take a step back here and just develop that trust that it's going to unfold according to what is for your highest experience, that you will have what you need in each moment. Maybe not always what we want in each moment, but always what we need. And not all future moments needs in this moment so that we feel secure. But it's about building that trust with the higher realm that really brings in freedom here. So the little pause that's happening for right now is for you. And so just spend some time looking inward and upward and going, it is you that provides me everything I need, not human beings. They're just, like when you order something from Amazon, it comes through, UPS or the post office or whatever, and they're just bringing us what is being delivered to us, but it's not them. So it's like moving the power from them to up above. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know right now regarding that job position. As far as Manny's energy towards you, which is about movement and power of change here. And there is the Empress, which is about new. Um, and you also have the Ace of Swords, which is new communication, new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets. So it feels like Manny here, there is this movement that's going to be coming here soon because that is an action card. And also the Ace of Swords is, there's this new communication that will be coming forward here. The Empress is about, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, sensuality too. So I feel like there's going to be some movement here and some new communication coming from them. But I really feel with this newness coming in here, I almost feel it's more passion, more sensuality than it is like cups of love and that type of thing. So I kind of um, I feel be cautious about what is really their motivation behind the communication that's coming forward. And it's like, you know what? This isn't really what I want, unless that's what you want. If you just want like a little bit of um, intimacy, but not like emotional deep connection. Some people do enjoy that, but if that's not what you want, just check it. I just really feel that. Um, yeah, the job still has good energy. I just feel like the pause is happening for you, though. So if you want it to speed up, definitely connect inward and upward, because the faster we move on that, then that speeds the pause. It instead of going frame by frame, it speeds things up for you on there. But they're having you look inward on that. So that's what they have for you, Renee. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciated it. All right. I think that is it. Yes. Perfect. So those are all the donations. So you are very welcome. We will jump into the free readings. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up. That is something that you can do that's totally free. That does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for being part of the giant tsunami of love that we send out to the world, because the YouTube algorithm loves that and does share a variety of my videos when we do that. So thank you so much. All right, Sherry L., you are up first for the first free reading. I am doing so much better. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. You want to know, does Thomas have feelings for you? Will he come back? Will he come and talk to you? All right, let's take a look here. So let's see what's going on with Thomas. So, the Nine of Cups here I'm sorry, Nine of Coins is a good, oh, sorry. Yeah, it is the Nine of Coins, sorry. Old man eyes, because I have the Six of Cups down here. That's why I thought. But you have the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, which is there's this feeling of with Thomas that there's this self-sufficiency that is coming in. And I almost feel like there's this need for security in their life right now. And the nines are the hermit's journey. And I really feel they've turned inward quite a bit to try to define their worth in relation to the outside world. So, I feel like there's this standoffishness a little bit with Thomas. The Six of Cups does tell me regarding their feelings for you, it's like you remind them of someone of the past. Like, I usually don't say it's an ex, but in this case, I really feel like it's an ex. Um, Someone that they had a relationship with in the past. And there, of course, with any relationship, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly that we experience. And the initial, I feel like there's an attraction there, but there's also a standoffishness, because they're like, I really like this about that person, but this is how it ended up. And it ended up being something very explosive in their life, and not in a good way. And I kind of feel like they are trying desperately not to put you in the box with them, but subconscious does its own little shenanigans, right? And it has you there in that grouping. And he's working on this, and this is why that hermit's journey, they're stepping back, because they also have the Three of Coins, which is the Three of Pentacles, and it's the uh, trying to be their true authentic self, and not trying to be drawn off in different directions by people's opinions and thoughts and beliefs, their fears. So I really feel like they're doing this inner work, and they're trying to stay true, trying not to get drawn back into that past stuff. and that's why I feel like they're kind of standoffish. I don't feel like they're gonna that he's gonna come and talk to you right now because he is in that hermit mode of trying to understand himself in relation to the outside world, trying to be true to his authentic self, and trying not to, box everyone into all these past experiences. But that Six of Cups also has to do with them working on their emotions, working on their memories as well. So I feel like right now, Sherry, that they're not going to. And quite honestly, I'm glad that they're not because you want to be seen for you, not on what these memories and thoughts and things from the past. You don't want those influencing you. So I feel like, it's time for he's on a timeout working on that. And of course, as we were just talking about a little earlier too, whenever there's this pause happening, it's a perfect opportunity for us to also look at the mirror. What are they reflecting back to me about myself that I want to see, so I can expand my self-love? Because the more we work on our own self-love, the more love we're able to give and the more love we're able to receive, because we cannot love others more than to the extent that we love ourselves, or receive love from others more than the extent we love ourselves. So when we love ourselves this much, then no matter how much love someone gives us, it'll just dribble in. No matter how much love we want to give to them, it'll just dribble out. The more we expand our self-love, the bigger the flow. So I feel like that's what their message right now for you is, Sherry. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving on down the list. Hey, Christy. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. You'll be the next free reading, but I do have another donation. So thank you so much, Juliana. And will your relationship with G prosper or go ahead? You're in a distant relationship. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Hope everyone's having an amazing January. Can you believe January is almost over? This year, zoom, zoom. All right. All right, let's see what we have here. All right. Well, you are going to be having some changes regarding your relationship come up, because you do have the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands, which is your energy, right? And so this is endings and new beginnings. So there is this transformation that happens, and it's I don't feel like negativity around it. I feel like wherever the guys were investing energy and of course, and when we're having this excitement and different things, we invest a lot of energy in the beginning, and then it transforms. So there's this transformation, and I don't feel like neither like positive or negative vibes around it. I just feel like there's this transformation that happens there, because you also have, the 10 of cups and the Ace of Cups. So cups are emotions, and so the 10 is endings and new beginnings too that come around. And it's like it feels like it's evolving, it's changing, it's going to a different level. And I don't feel like it's like again, I don't feel like it's an up or down level. I just feel like it's a progression, a step forward. But I just don't feel like it's, like a extra commitment or a movement away from one another. I just feel like things alter. And again, it doesn't feel positive or negative. It just feels like there's this alter, which you're asking, will it prosper and go ahead? I feel like it's prospering and it's going ahead. It's continuing. And you have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, not only does she rule over emotion, but all the queens are given a second helping of water. So she's double emotion. She's able to really deep dive into her own emotional sea, really. strong, strong intuition and gut instinct. And so spirit is really saying to trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your the nudges that are coming. So trust those messages that you're getting too. And right, so much water. Yeah, especially with all these cups too. So there is a lot of emotion, a lot of energy around all of this. And um I feel like, especially with it being distant, relationship, that there's so much reflection in that water that we get to look at and go, okay, what am I learning through this long distance? Because I feel like it's long distant on purpose to keep things kind of moving slow, so that you can really look into it. Um, yeah. Again, the full card is ending of old cycles and new beginning, and the King of Coins. So this is about abundance. Um, but the big thing the king realizes too, the big piece of wisdom that they bring, is that when we look to our self worth in the outside world, we feel unstable because all those things are unstable, right? Relationships, people change, they pass away, they walk away. um, then situations never stay the same out there. Possessions, things, our bodies all deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down. They're stolen, they break. And so they learn that when they look to the outside world, that they feel unstable because all those things are unstable. Eventually, we turn inward and upward and find that which is stable, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. And when that becomes our foundation, it changes our view of the entire outside world too. It doesn't mean that we cut ourselves off from all the outside world because we don't need it anymore. Our whole view of it changes. And instead of it falling short and being unstable, it just becomes abundance and extra overflowingness because we have everything we need inside us. So everything becomes above and beyond. So I feel like that's where what's going on and what the purpose of the relationship is for you to really deep dive into those emotions and to really glean that wisdom from that King of Pentacles. So I like it. And that's what they have for you, Juliana. Again, thank you so, so very much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. You are very welcome. All right. So we'll move back into line. So, Christy, you'd like a general reading. And I really love these Return of Spirit Oracle for you. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know right here, right now. All right. Well, you got voice. Beautiful card. Beautiful vocal cords, right? And let's see what message comes in here. Yeah. So let your voice be heard, Christy. You are a beautiful and wise being of the divine, made to bring forth your individual truth and expression. No more holding back. No more staying small. You're being called now to use the gift of your words and the power of your voice. What you have to say is important. What you have to share is needed. You could be finding yourself being asked to step out in front of groups to talk. I'm just kidding. Or you may be finding that situations keep coming up where you're being given an opportunity to be vocal about what you think, you believe, or you feel. For many of us, this does not come easily. Often we have had past experiences which discouraged us from expressing ourselves openly. It is time to begin to heal those old understandings and allow yourself to be seen and heard. Each of us has a unique expression, whether you're being asked to sing, to chant, to pray, to speak, or teach. It is your voice that needs to be heard. This can also be related to simply stating what is true for you in your relationships. It could involve stating your point of view, your needs or desires, regardless of how different they may be. It's time to remember who you are. You are a spark of the Creator. Stand up for yourself. Stand tall in what you believe. Speak from your heart, and your words will always be heard. Your voice is a gift, and it is meant to be shared. You are about to empower yourself in a way that you have not experienced before. You will notice that by taking this step of being vocal, you fall more into alignment of what you are really here to do. Woo-hoo-hoo. I like it. So that is what they have for you, Christy. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. And Dollface Diva, you are up next. Hey, so what's coming for you in the month of February? I'm also finishing up recording February monthlies for each individual zodiac sign. Those have been beautiful. So for Dollface Diva, what? All right. So February. So you have the Eight of Swords coming in here. And of course, swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And I really feel that the Eight of Swords is about you realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets were like blinding you and binding you, making you feel trapped and restricted. I really feel this is around love. And I say that because you've got cups and the Lover's card. So you have been working on this, I know, and we are given so many, rules, expectations, and opinions around love, right? Who someone is supposed to be, how love is supposed to unfold. That's all the love stories of overtime and all the movies. It's like inundated everywhere, right? So we have so many that we cut away, these small teachers, these fears of losing conditional love. If all these things don't happen, it means we're not lovable. It means love is not going to unfold the way it's supposed to and should, right? So you've been cutting away at these and you continue to do that into February. And you have the Five of Cups here, which the Five of Cups tells us about that it's okay to mourn and to face the emotions we had of disappointment and heartbreak of the past because we come here to experience that. And I love the Five of Cups that tells us the story that there are no wrong emotions, right? That we're told, oh, we're not supposed to feel all that stuff, but it's really what we come here for, so we can experience the opposites of who we really are, to understand more. I always talk about this tapestry back here, how if it was all beige, we wouldn't see the design. If it was all black, we wouldn't see the design. But because we experience the shadow, we see here who we really are and the design and the power of who we are. And so the Five of Cups is telling you it's okay to feel the feels, and then you flow through them. And then the Two of Cups is the power of choice. The Two of Cups is the love, as well, like the Lover's card. So the Two of Cups is like the counterpart in the minor arcana of the suits that represent the Lover's card, which is one, it is about emotional choice, that in every moment we get to choose what emotion we want to feel. It's either going to be an emotion of unconditional love connected up above, or those fears of losing conditional love emotions. So there is this power of choice that comes in here in February for you around emotions and the power that you can stand in, knowing that you get to choose what emotion. And I know in the beginning I was like, I don't want to take responsibility for my emotional choices. But then I'm like, wait a minute, that gives me power over my emotional experience. And so this is what comes in for you too. You have the Three of Cups, which is the joy and celebration card, but also represents your spiritual posse, knowing that you are never, ever, ever alone. You're surrounded by a host of beings of unconditional love and light that are constantly communicating with you, constantly giving you their love. So, this is beautiful. I really feel like in the month of February that you do have this great opportunity to to experience love, and that is if you continue to work on that Eight of Swords, those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around love. So pretty amazing February. Even if love doesn't come in right away, you are stepping up so much in your thoughts and your mindsets and your power of emotional choice. So I like it for you. So many blessings to you. All right. I'm glad you like that, Christy. All right. So, Dijona Sturgis, you are up next for the next free reading. And what good things are coming to you? Let's take a look here. See what we've got going on. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. So you do have the Three of Cups coming in, and this is a joy and a celebration card that's coming in here. You also have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. So I feel like this is where this joy is coming from. The Knight of Cups does talk about, um, you know, like a quest for love, a quest for higher love, which definitely comes in here, with this representing your higher posse of support I just talked about, all of your, um, you know, uh, guardian angels and your spirit guides and your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, creator spirit. They're around you, and they're the ones that you are truly searching after. Which is all the knights have a quest, and this knight is after the questing after the Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail. And the journey for love, when we turn to the outside, that's where we experience the Three of Swords, which is normally a huge heart with three swords stuck in it, which is the heartbreak, the heartache, the disappointment that we find when we're looking for this love in the outside world. So you do have this beautiful, like, awareness, this beautiful aha moment around the unconditional love from above that comes in. And I almost feel, I mean, I feel like you're very empathic and you feel people's emotions very much, and you feel emotion quite a bit. And I feel like it's not going to come in head knowledge, it's not going to come in teachings. I feel like you just sit in meditation, you sit and you're just feel this pull of emotion to up above, and you get flooded with this beautiful experience of unconditional love that just, this is what this good thing is that's coming your way, is you get to have like a drop of that nectar, of that beautiful unconditional love from above that just drops down, and you like catch it on your tongue and you're like, oh my gosh. And so just a little drop of it just blasts open your emotions in such a beautiful way. um, so I really feel whatever you're doing spiritually, I feel like you're doing a meditation practice, or you're doing some sort of ritual, or you're doing some sort of self-reflection, self-care, whatever you're doing. It's like within that it's not the outward expression, but it's allowing yourself to open up and receive, that you get this beautiful experience. So I like that for you, Dijona. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. Lilac Rooms, you are up next. Hello. Yes, feeling so much better. Uh, actually have energy. And so that's why I was like, even this morning, I skipped my morning session because I woke up and I'm like, I need some more rest. I went back to sleep for a few hours, but now I feel much energized. So you want to know, Lilac, what does Spirit want you to know about your connection with a certain person? Are they trustworthy? Let's take a look here. Hmm. All right. So I had a feeling the Seven of Swords was going to come up because the Seven of Swords is the deception, thievery card. It's normally the Seven of Swords is like what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are deceiving us, that are thieving things from us, that are stealing from us. Um, but in this case, I feel like because as soon as I read trustworthy, I thought immediately Seven of Swords deception, and here it is. So I don't feel like no, don't trust him. I was going to try to put it in a nice way, but no, don't trust him. The connection that you have here, you have temperance, which is patience, balance. They're like, like the hand going up, going, pause. That's almost like they're saying, just slow your roll in interaction with that connection with them. The Four of Staves is about stable energy, and I feel like they're saying balance it out, stabilize it, really be careful of the energy. Normally is like a marriage celebration type of energy, but I really feel like they're focusing in on the stability number of the number four. It's like a giant table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid, stable foundation. They're like stabilize your energy, balance, and don't don't trust them. I just feel like wherever this person is in right now, that they're in a place of fear and they're in a place of survival mode. And so they're not making decisions that are loving and kind and intelligent. It's almost like when, someone's like an addict and they are doing everything they can to try to feel safe and try to feel back in control again. And that's not the energy that you need. You need more that stabilized energy, that temperance and patience. So yeah, I feel like you already knew all this, and this is just validation for you. So that's what they have for you, Lilac. So hang in there. Beware. I'm just kidding. You don't have to fear. You're in control of your energy and your power and what you're going to allow. So you are good. Yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling. I had a feeling you had a feeling. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. And you are very welcome, Dejona. Very good. I'm glad that was helpful, Lilac. Many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. Mars. Hello, hello. So, what is going on with D? They've been in trouble. Oh. All right. What's the outcome's going to be? Will you still interact? All right. Let's take a look here. What's going on with D? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So, your first card is the Death card. So, definitely ending. Um, I feel like this particular phase of your interactions are over because you also have the Nine of Staves, the Nine of Wands, and the Devil card. So there's this shaking up this foundation. I feel like with the Nine of Wands, there is this energetic block that's come in because it's time for both of you to do some amazing work. I know, right? Like I was talking about at the intro here, with what have we, um, the Capricorn energy, the Saturn energy is the taskmaster. They have things to look at and to shake some and rattle some beliefs and thoughts and mindsets about life and relationship and just some old beliefs that they want to shake and rattle the cage to free you both from different things. And that's why there's like this energetic force field that's been put in between you to keep you separated so that you can work on these things independently. Because you do have the Four of Staves, which showing itself again, the Four of Wands. But again, I feel like instead of its celebration type of energy, I feel like this is about stability. This is about a foundation of energy that's coming in here. Because the Nine of Wands is also about you grasping your power and understanding your power through situations, and that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. Once we realize that what we if we're focusing on what we don't want in our lives or what is missing in our lives or what we fear will come into our lives, whatever it may be, we expand that. But instead we're focusing and changing and really looking at gratitude. The Saturn energy too is a beautiful energy, because if we resist it, we don't get a reward. We get just um, the lesson, the tough lesson. Saturn is like a grandpa, a rich grandfather. The person I was learning astrology through, Annie Botticelli, she's a wonderful teacher. She has a great story around it where she says that there's two grandsons and they go to their grandfather's house, which is Saturn, and he always has a little task for them to do. Here's all these pennies, count them and roll them. One of the grandsons is like, Grandpa, you're crazy. These lessons you want me to learn, I don't understand them, but I'm going to do them because I know you are rich and you are abundant and wise. And if you're telling me to do this, you have a reason for it. The other grandson is like, you're stupid. I'm not going to do this. And so they never do the work that the grandfather Saturn brings them, but the other grandson does. And at the time that Saturn leaves our house or whatever, which is like in the story, is when the grandfather passes away, the will is read, and they're both given a book of wisdom of the things that he learned. But the other grandson, the grandson that did the work, got everything else. The other grandson got nothing but the book. And so there is this wonderful message about doing the work, understanding our power, and then you get the reward and the freedom that comes with that. So I don't feel like you'll still interact with that death card. But you both are going through, again, that energy field separating you, because you guys are about to go through some beautiful shaking up of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that do free you. So that's what they have for you, Mars. So many blessings to you. All right. So CC Lindsay, hello. You want to know what's going towards Ken and you soon? Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. That was a lot of cards. All right. Okie dokie. So it does hear that you guys are going to have a little bit of a hermit's journey, which kind of is that you both are going to have some significant time alone in order to inner reflect. The Hermit card is about turning inward, allowing the higher realm spirit to help guide you on your path. So it does take some quiet time where you guys are being moved outside of your normal interactions, if you're having normal interactions, but it just feels like there's this separation, or this where you do have a significant alone time, because you do have the Eight of Swords, which and the Ace. So the Eight and the Ace. The Eight of Swords, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities. And the Eight of Swords is that you are really understanding through this alone time here thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and restricted. And both of you learned that during this time here of those beliefs, which does allow you to, the Ace of Swords allows you to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. It allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love. It's all those expectations, our supposed tos and our shoulds and our need tos and our have tos that we get so restricted and we get so tied to that our life becomes very limited. And that's why we feel blinded and bound and restricted from those. And this is a time of freeing up of expectations, letting so much go around those supposed tos and have tos. And because of that, what spawns from it then is the Page of Staves, the Page of Wands. New passion, new joy, new excitement, new energy that has returned. Because when we invest so much energy in trying to live up to all those expectations we've been taught since we were very young, then excuse me, it takes a lot of our energy and a lot of our effort. And because we have all these expectations, it takes so much energy just to get up to ground zero. But if we lower our expectations, then when we give stuff, it's above and beyond and it's abundant, and it brings in a great amount of joy and a great amount of energy into it. So that's what's coming towards you guys right now. So if there's a little bit of a pause, a little bit of separation, it's happening for you both to free yourselves up so that you can come back with higher energy, freedom, to where you're not feeling like you're investing so much just to get back to the starting point. It's allows you to appreciate who each other are so much more without a lot of expectations around each other. So I like that for you. All right. So that is what they have for you, Lindsay. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down for the free readings, and we're reaching the top of the hour. So I am going to try to get through 2 hours. I know this is my first night back, so I'm trying to be balanced, but I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm going to continue. My intentions are to be on for another hour. So I like to let everyone know, especially new people that have come in since the beginning. How I go down the readings is free readings are first come, first serve. So I just go down in order. You just put your question in the chat and I just go down first come, first serve. If anyone makes a donation, I do step out of line to honor that energy exchange. I complete those readings and I step back in where I left off and continue going down the list. So that's how it works. I will be on for another hour, is my plan. So that's been your public service announcement. So, Juliana, I think you had, yeah, so beautiful. So, so we did, was a different question that you had donated for there. So we will, also answer this one for you. You want to know, will you find a job in February? And should you have to travel somewhere or not? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. All right. All right. I feel here with the Eight of Cups, which the Eight of Cups is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, and and you move into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So I do feel like you do find a job in February, and with this movement of leaving old ways of old emotions that don't serve you, and you're moving, they're walking away, that you do travel somewhere for that. Because in addition to that, you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like, what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. but also it's a change of direction. I feel with a combination of these that are coming in here. You also have the 5 of coins, the 5 of pentacles, which is your change of where you're looking for your coin, that it's not mankind that brings you what you need in each moment, but it's source, it's creator, it's the universe, mother and father of all things. Whatever you believe the higher power is, that they are the ones that bring you what you need in each moment. And so I feel like through this process, you're really realizing that it's humans might offer you the job, but it's coming from up above. And I feel like the more you trust in that the creator, that they're bringing you what you need, that you're opening up the how, you're opening up the outcome more and trusting. And this is where this beautiful, beautiful, as soon as you have like this little light bulb moment of, you're the one that brings everything to me. It's not humans that bring me the job. You bring me the job through humans. That boom, something really triggers and it allows you to, um, uh, this movement that happens. So the more you look into that, the faster this job comes in February. Definitely take some moments if you can and just really realize that it's not mankind that brings you what you need in each moment, but it's the creator. So I like that for you, Juliana. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. So we are to Project Skyfalls. Let me make sure to, yeah. So what good things will come to you this week? Let's take a look here. Right. Whoa. I know. So you have the Tower, but you also have the Eight of Pentacles. So I like this combination for you, Skyfalls, because the Tower is about, a beautiful message of things are removed out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for new things to come in and to move things out of your way so you can move forward. The Eight of Coins, the Eight of Pentacles tells you that you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the effort around things in your life. And because of that, you are now ready for forward movement in the outside world, whether it's for a relationship or job or education or body or money or possessions or movement from one location to another. Whatever it is, whatever you've been working on, all this beautiful work, like an apprentice, you've been learning and mastering things. These changes are coming for you next week that allow you forward movement in whatever area that you've been investing in doing that work in. So I like it for you. You're like, it's been time, you've been waiting, and here it comes. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Skyfalls. Love it, love it, love it. Many blessings to you. All right. So, Jan, thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. And you'd like to know coming week reading. All right, let me just refresh these cards here. All right. So, what does Jan having come forward next week? All right. Well, looks like you have some emotions that are coming in here because you've got the Seven of Cups, which represents usually it's emotional confusion, but the Six of Cups is nostalgia. This can either mean that someone from your past that you haven't talked with in a while is coming in, not necessarily like relationship, like romantic, but it can be like an old friend or family member, someone that you haven't talked with in quite a while, can make an appearance next week. If not, it's going to be something triggering old emotions and old emotional memories, because it does have you almost daydreaming and thinking about and processing, transforming some emotional memories, which is great because that's where freedom comes. The Six of Cups has a very empowering energy because when we realize every moment is either of unconditional love or the fears of losing conditional love. When we look back at a memory, if it's not of unconditional love, then we know it's a fear. And when we look back at it, we can see like whatever someone said or someone did, when we realize that when our human, our little inner child self feels unsafe or out of control, we go out of our human mind and we go into our cat mind, which is hissing and attacking and hissing and running away, or attacking and then running away. It doesn't do things that are intelligent, emotionally mature, or caring. It's in survival mode. And when we realize that, we can look at a situation and go, when that person said what they said or did what they did, it wasn't personal, it wasn't intentional. It was a cat. And it's like, well, that cat, it did that on purpose. It's instinctual, it's reactionary. And when we look at a situation around that, we can start to see the situation differently, because we can go, okay, I was a bit catty myself because I was in fear. So were they and anyone else involved in it. And it's like, okay, it was just a cat fight. And I can look back at it and go, okay, so they were just in survival mode, in fear, trying to get back in control and feel safe. So was I, so were they, whatever. I start looking at them differently. I start looking at the situation differently. I start looking at myself differently. So this coming week is beautiful because it's, even if it's just around one significant emotion, it is an important one that gets triggered either by someone coming back in to your life, or something triggering the old memory, and it transforms. And then I like that seven of cups coming in too, which allows you to really reflect on seeing things from like at a distance. You see these memories at a distance instead of taking them on and reliving them. You're just reflecting on it. So I like that for you, Jen, because it is transformational. So many, many blessings for you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Continue moving down the list. Hey, Christina, our 1 hour reading winner. You are very welcome. I'm so glad that you enjoyed their messages, because it was an amazing 1 hour messages coming through. I just loved every single one of them. So anything else Spirit wants you to know right now? I do want to pull from the Return of Spirit deck for you, and let's see what else they have here for you, Christina. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, with the 1 hour reading, I posted at the beginning of this video the giveaway this Sunday. And I also will post it at the end as I get more towards the end of the video too. But every 2 weeks, I give away at least a 30-minute personal recorded reading. And if I get 30 or more comments on the video of the announcement, I also add in a 45-minute. And if I get 45 or more comments, I add in a 1 hour. So 2 weeks ago, almost, I gave away those three readings because I did get over 45 comments. So we'll see how many. I haven't checked because I've been under the weather. I haven't checked and see how many are in this current one, but we shall see. All right. So speaking of me being sick, immunity. This is what they have for you, Christina. Thankfully, you can't catch the flu through the reading I did. But beautiful card there. And let's see what message comes in here. So the immunity card comes when we're feeling as though we're under attack. You may be experiencing disagreements or arguments. Perhaps you're feeling belittled, unworthy, or misunderstood. Whatever the case may be, there is a feeling of the need to protect yourself. Sometimes these feelings may not even involve an individual person, but are perceived from the world at large, right? It's important that you stay grounded at this time and not fall into old patterns of behaviors or reactions. This is an opportunity to deal with your feelings and the situation in a healthier way. You are not responsible for what others say, think, believe, or feel. That's empowering. You do not have to own it or try to fix or change anything in an attempt to appease them. Every person on this planet is responsible for their own behavior. The immunity card offers you a layer of protection from the negative energy surrounding the situation so that you can respond and take action in a positive manner. This also helps you to see the bigger picture and how to resolve the matter in a way that ensures the highest good for all involved. Just as your physical body builds its immune system, energetically, you are building a healthy response system to negative experiences and people. You will not be affected in the same way should this type of situation occur again in the future. You will gain a healthy form of protection on the inside and no longer need to energetically wear a shell of protection on the outside. Those around you will feel the shift in your energy as you become more accepting and open to letting others into your personal world. I like it. So, whatever situations have come up or are coming up, you're learning to approach it in a completely different way, which allows you to not take responsibility for everyone else's actions and responses, reactions to each other. You're like, you know what? None of my business. I am only responsible for my relationship with each individual, not their relationship and interactions with each other. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Christina. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And Esther E. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. I am very glad I am back as well. I missed you guys. So, what does February have in store for you, Esther? All right. So you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and trying to please everyone. 10 of Swords is a great card because these are all the small T truths, all those expectations, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. It's like we reach a point of exhaustion just trying to live up to people's ideas and expectations and opinions, and you're just done. You are done. I feel like you've been done for a while, but just like, stick a fork in you, you are really, really done. I feel like you've reached this point and you've let a lot of stuff go, but it's just like you're ready for this huge purge of, not looking into just living up to all that, like I said, opinions of so many people for so long. And you're just like, you know what? I'm not worried about it. And I feel like maybe there was resistance before, um, but I feel like now you're just like, it's not impacting you. Before it was like you had to like, "Rrr, I'm not going to do this. But now you're just like, you know what? I'm not worried about it. You do have this beautiful February energy of High Priestess energy of stepping back into your high temple, connecting upward, diving deep into your unconscious and subconscious, and stepping behind the veil, really communicating with spirit, really spending time alone. Um, is an important thing for you in February because that helps you with releasing a lot of those things and those thoughts and those beliefs, especially around love, because you do have the 4 of Cups, which the 4 of Cups will have 3 cups here, which you've tasted and you've drank from, and they really, I thought they were gonna fulfill me and taste good and, fill me up emotionally. But like the emotional experiences you've had through relationship situations and things and possessions and body, just like it's not all it's cracked up to be. And so you're turning inward here. When you turn inward and upward in that high priestess chamber, you connect to the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It's full of the unconditional love from above. And so you have this beautiful communion with spirit during the month of February. where you're finding the love you've been looking for all along, which you find it inward and upward, not outward. And but it does transform how you perceive love in the outside world, because where before, when we're looking for our unconditional love out in the conditional world, it always falls short. But when we find the unconditional love from above and we're filling up with it, then everything anyone gives us in the outside world feels like abundance, feels like above and beyond, and it's not falling short. We're grateful and thankful and excited about it instead of disappointed and a little bit perturbed by it. So I like that for you for February, Esther. So that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Continue moving down the list. And we are to Shauna Brown. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. Very glad I'm feeling better as well. So thank you. I hope you're feeling great. Anyone reading on what's next for you? You know, I'm being nudged to these Ask Your Guides Oracle. So let's take a look here and see what your guides want you to know about what's next for you. And you got Life Force from Aphrodite. Look at that beautiful bright card there. See if it'll focus a little more there. And that is card number 45. Yep, 45. Let's see what they have for you here. Whoa. Here comes February, right? It says your sensuality is awake and on fire, and your lustier appetites are in search of satisfaction. You're attractive, seductive, and powerful, and a green light of availability to a sensual partner is flash exciting than your life force asserting itself. The key to enjoying this fiery essence is containment. You must control and direct your life force energy rather than allow it to control and overwhelm you. Otherwise, you can become mindlessly addicted to your senses, which can be debilitating and enslaving. Delight in your sensual self, but be discriminating about where it leads you. Use your judgment. Raw life force is best partnered with reason and the greater force of love to bring you to the heightened state of ecstasy you seek. Trust the sensual goddess Aphrodite as she unleashes your passions, but respect her as well. Her message for you: use your fiery passions creatively, not destructively. And I like that for you. I mean, I've been having, it's interesting, the sensuality and sexuality and different cards pop up so much. And are in the spiritual community, we're so much taught, you know, at least in organized religion type of belief systems about, shh, we don't talk about that. We suppress, suppress, suppress. But when you get into true divine feminine, divine masculine, higher energies, it's one of the big things that draws us to this planet is our emotions, our sensuality, our desire. And we're taught to almost shame it and to avoid it. And then that impacts our experience. It doesn't mean that we have to go out and be, you know, hose on the town, but we can express it creatively. We can allow the passions to flow through us in a variety of different ways. And I feel like what they're wanting you to know, what's next for you is to express that, whether it is through painting or massage or whatever it may be. There's these desires and this sensuality. Embrace every aspect of your humanity. And it's okay. It's nothing to be shamed. You know, it's we come here to express and experience life. And I feel like that's what they're allowing you to just express it. In what ways? If it's just dressing, you know, sensually, Even if you don't go outside, it's allowing yourself to experience it and express it. I feel like that's what they have for you right now, Shauna. So many blessings for you. I am happy that that's coming through there for you. All right. So next up, we have Allrod, and you want to know, where will you get to meet your future spouse? Like what place or surrounding location? Okay. Let's see what Spirit has for you, Allrod. All right. So you have the Six of Swords, which is normally a change of mindset, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, which you also have the Justice card coming in here, which does talk about seeing things from a higher perspective, more rooted in, not having expectations, releasing expectations. The Six of Swords has this, usually it's someone on a boat, and they're moving from old waters to, choppy waters to calmer waters. And for some reason, I don't know if you're into boating or yachting or cruise or something. I feel for some reason boat that comes in here. But it's about releasing expectations. It's about going and doing things that you love. If it's fishing you love, which maybe rod, but there's this doing what you love, regarding boating, regarding whatever it may be, doing that and getting rid of expectations and releasing that and going to enjoyment, doing things that you love. And when you do, that is where you meet them. And you have the Page of Coins, which the Page of Coins tells me, it's the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities open up in the outside world. And so I feel like this new opportunities to do some things that you're passionate about, is what this is about. So again, if you enjoy boating, fishing, cruises, anything to do with boats, if that is something you truly have a desire and a passion around, do that. And but don't do it going, okay, I'm going to go do this and then be looking around going, where are they? It's about pouring yourself into your passion, with the stuff that you enjoy, whatever hobbies, whatever makes your heart sing. Doing that is where you meet them, because that is going to be a commonality that binds you together. So that is what I feel for you there, Rod. I just feel like boat. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. All right. So Miss Sweet Like Honey, you want to know, how does B feel following your leave? All right, let's take a look here. So the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles energy is has this energy around their worth, but it's like when they feel abandoned, left behind, left out in the cold. So there is this abandonment feelings that have spawned from that. Now, it doesn't mean that, you have to take ownership of that, because this is really more of a reflection from their past. It's just a ripple of emotion. No matter what you did or anyone will do, until we deal with our abandonment feelings, we deal with our having felt left out in the cold or left behind when we're younger, it's going to ripple out and we're going to be the messengers of that. And so I feel like Spirit's saying, you want to know, but don't take responsibility for it, because no matter what you'd have done, they would have felt this way in one way or another. Or you probably got tired of uh, being blamed for a lot of stuff. But the Two of Staves, which is great. because what they are learning through this is their power of choice, their power of whatever they invest their energy, whatever they focus in expands and grows. And they're realizing that throughout this situation, when they focus on these feelings of abandonment and what's missing in their life, what they have in their life that they don't want, they're realizing when they focus on all this lower vibrational energy, it grows bigger like the blob, right? Um, and they're realizing when they focus on gratitude, when they focus on joy and unconditional love and those, that expands. So they're learning the power of where they invest their energy is how they perceive the world and what expands in their world. So they are learning through this, which is good, right? That's what we have all our mirrors come into our life for, as well as you learn things about yourself through all this. And this is where they're headed. They're in the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, which the nines are the hermit's journey. It's about their turning inward to understand their worth in relation to the outside world and the journey that they've had on this, that they're the ones that hold this worth and that other people don't. So they are learning through this slowly but surely, but they are learning this. And so it was important for you, to leave in order for them to be sparked for this part of their journey. So I like that for you. So that's what they want you to know around bees' feelings right now. Many blessings to you, sweet like honey. All right, we'll continue moving down the list. And so self-love, you are up. You want to know how to achieve peace in your life. Oh, that's all? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. So how can self-love achieve peace? Okay, and what's coming in your career? There's a lot of cards, a lot of stuff coming in your career, but we're not reading those cards. Okay. All right. So achieving peace, you have the Page of Coins, which Page of Pentacles is about seeing your worth in a new way. The Magician card also comes in with this power around this, because the magician is really our higher selves, and it's about expressing unconditional love, filling up and allowing it to overflow out into the world, but also is about recognizing the power that is within us. So we achieve peace in our life when we get sick and tired of defining ourselves by the outside world, realizing how unstable and out of our control it is. Because, when we define ourselves by people and relationships, situations, things, all that's unstable. It's not forever, it's temporary. People change, pass away, walk away, education, jobs constantly changing, things break down, blow up, destroy, all that stuff we talk about a lot on this channel about the outside world is unstable. And when we define ourselves by the outside world, that's when we experience unpeace, right? So to find peace, we turn inward and upward to find stability, which is eternal, never ending, unconditional, nothing we can do to lose it, love from above. When that becomes the foundation of our worth, when we turn inward for that which we've been looking for, we find it, we have peace, we finally have resolution. And when we're drawn back out into the outside world, we experience unpeace again. We're like, oh, wait, that's right, I can find peace in here when I want it. We come down here to experience unpeace so we can understand more fully what peace is. I talk, about this tapestry, about contrast and opposites. By experiencing what we're not, we understand more fully who we are. Like air, when we uh, don't realize we're breathing air until we're 6 feet underwater, going, ah, that is air, this is non air. And then we have an appreciation and understanding of what both are more. And then we swim back towards air because that's what we breathe. And this is how we achieve peace in our life, is by turning inward and upward and becoming so intimate with that love from above that it becomes a part of us. It's not so much that we have to seek it. I love, uh, I'm totally spacing their name right now, but Rumi, thank you, says that we don't have to seek love. We need only seek the obstacles, the barriers we've put between us and that love. All these conditions, all this veiling that we've done, we look to remove that to have that clarity. So that's how we achieve peace in our life, is by turning to the unconditional love, because it's what we find in here, not out there. Coming in your career, you do have, whoa, you do have some new, the Page of Wands here is all about new passion, new drive, new energy coming in regarding your career. And the Eight of Pentacles is great. You've been doing the work, you've been putting in the effort. And the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Coins, is about movement in the outside world. And since we're asking about your career, you will be having movement in your career very soon. The Page of Staves, the Page of Wands is fire, it is power. You do hold here in your hands this Ace of Wands, which allows you, whatever you focus on is what grows. And so if you're focusing on what's not happening in your career, more not happening in your career grows. If you start focusing on what you're grateful for in your career, more things to be grateful for also come. So that's part of this energy that's coming in here for you, self-love. So I like it. And that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Looks like I do have a donation came through here. All right. Thank you so much. Daisy, you will be the next free reading when I return. And take a look here. Hey, Patty, I think this might be your reading. Sometimes the name on the PayPal doesn't match, of course, what's in chat. So, but someone is asking if this is you, about love, career, finance, anything that Spirit wants you to know. So absolutely. Let's take a look here. And see what Spirit would like you to know. Okay. So we'll start with these. And so you do have the High Priestess here with the Six of Cups. Now, the High Priestess is about stepping back and going into your High Priestess temple. So it's very much important regarding your love, your career, finance, just life in general. It's time for a step back. Not, you don't have to become like a hermit and be, not away around anyone whatsoever, but it is an important piece here. All right, great. Thank you, Patty. So it is this, important time to reflection, inward, upward, behind the veil, deep diving, and looking at things. Because he has the Six of Cups that came in here too, which the Six of Cups is the nostalgia card. It can be about um, someone from your past coming in, but I really don't feel that. I feel this is more transforming and really looking. Oh, there it goes. Finally, it focused in. So it's really focusing in on some memories, realizing that these repeating memories and these repeating emotions that bubble up and bubble up and bubble up, and you're like, I'm tired of feeling these things. It's because they're ready to be looked at. And a big transformative type of energy that can help with that is when you realize that every moment is either an emotion of unconditional love from above, or the fears of losing conditional love of our human opinions and expectations that we've been conditioned with our entire lives. And so when we look back at an emotion that's popping up, when we realize it's not of unconditional love, then it's of fear. And when our little humans go into fear mode, our little child self feels unsafe or out of control. So when someone does something that's not intelligent and caring and kind, their actions, because they're not of unconditional love, then you realize they're acting out of fear. Like when you swim out to rescue someone who's drowning and they're panicking, and you get close and they're all and hit you upside your head, and you're like, why are they hitting me? And then they see you and they grab onto you and pull you under the water, and you're like, why are they trying to murder me? You finally struggle, you get them, and you swim back to shore, and then you see them return. When they come out of fear, the real them returns in their eyes instead of this panicked animal like a cat that's hissing and attacking. And you realize, oh, so these people's actions when they're in fear really have little to do with us at all, because they're in panic mode. They're just trying to survive, trying to feel back in control and safe again. And we do crazy, stupid things when when we're in fear, because we're a cat. We go into like a cat mind, and cats are intelligent, but they don't do a lot of intelligent things. Only there's a limit to our intelligence when we're in fear, and there's a limit to that. And so there's this transformation that happens when we go back and we realize people's actions and words were out of fear. It was like a 2-year-old. How seriously do we take a 2-year-old's words? I hate you. You're like, yeah, just because I didn't get you the toy you wanted or give you ice cream for dinner. We're just like, we brush it off because we're like, they don't know any better. Well, that's how we can look at people's actions when they're in fear, that they're that same way. So there is this transformation that they're wanting you to look at 6 of Cups and the High Priestess. There's some these repetitive emotions that come up. It's like it's time. We can look at those, and we start looking at them differently, the situation differently, and ourselves differently as we transform those. All right. And then you have the Star card, which is about wish fulfillment. And you also have the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I feel like regarding love and career, that it's really a time to, what is it that your wish really is? Not the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's of our mind, what we've been told all our lives of what love should be, who I'm supposed to be, what kind of career I'm supposed to do. It's about really understanding and getting, and I feel like with this High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles, it's time for you to nurture you and to really look into go, what do I want? Not what I've been told and brainwashed I'm supposed to want, but what is it that I truly want? If I, had a star to wish upon, knowing that that wish would come true, what would that be? What would I really, really want? Not what everyone, has told me I was supposed to want, but what is it? The Spice Girls. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want, right? That's going to be stuck in my head now. But that's what's Spirit is having you look at, is what is it that you truly want and why, and getting into the nitty gritty around that, because it is time for you to really look into that, because it will transform things. Because you have the King of Wands here, which not only, it's about you stepping into your power, but this represents your higher self, connecting to your high heart. What is it that you truly makes your heart sing? What you truly want in life. And I feel like there is this clarity that's coming here for you. Yeah. Yeah. because you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. So the power of choice and victory, wheel turning fortunate for you, because when you really step into what it is that you truly want in life, both in love and career and just everything, when you really connect to the why of what you want to achieve while you're here, how you want to uniquely express the unconditional love in your heart with the world, your life changes in beautiful, beautiful ways. There's movement that happens. There's this fortune that unfolds in a variety of different ways. But it's about doing what you love, not doing what's expected. So I feel like this is what spirit has for you right now, Patty. So hopefully that resonates, because that's what they got. So again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciated, and many blessings to you, Patty. All right. So we'll continue moving down for the free readings. And Daisy, we are to you. And you want to know, biology. Ah! So you've been studying 8+ hours for this exam. Will you get an A next week? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Yeah. So I like that you got the page of wands here, which is you hold the power in your hands. And I always like that, because they've got the Four of Coins. The Four of Cups, which is about stabilized emotions, emotional stability. And they have the Two of Coins, which is about balance, grasshopper balance. And so they basically, and I feel like they tell you this when you ask around studying, which is like, uh, if you focus and breathe and meditate before you go, and not be in a place of fear around the grade, that all this brilliant studying and information and knowledge just pours out, and boom, you ace it, right? Um, but when you fear, then you're out of your mind. You're out of the mind that all that information is in. That's when we have test anxiety, interview anxiety, whatever it may be. We because we're fearing, we've left our adult mind, and it's a cat. They show me a cat with glasses, round silver rimmed glasses. He has a pencil stuck behind one of his ears. I don't know how that's happening. And he's writing with another pencil. And it's a cat taking a test. And how well does that go? Right. And so it's all about trusting, emotional stability, breathing, meditating. If you start to feel yourself panicking, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. It brings you back into your brilliant human mind, and you'll be great. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. So many, many blessings to you. All right. I like it. You are very welcome, Patty. All right. So Eliza, hello. Good day to you too. You want to know the current feelings and next actions of R towards you. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on. Current feelings, next actions. Okay. So we've got some interesting cards here. I know people hate it when I say that, right? Oh, no interesting cards. So you got the Devil card coming in here. And with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Coins together, Three of Wands is about a change of direction, and the Seven of Coins usually can mean patience or a change of directions. With two change of direction cards coming in here, and the Devil card, which is the doing the work, shaking and rattling of the cages, I feel like they are headed off in a different direction in their life. And so that is like that's their next actions. Their feelings with this devil card, which is our shadow energy, the Saturn doing the work type of energy. I just feel like they are in this place of huge challenges mentally, because this is our Saturn challenges our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets about things, which is what the devil card does. So it shakes and rattles our cage. And I feel like right now they are, I'll say self absorbed, but they're self absorbed. Their self reflection is off the charts. They're really looking so much in their mind about things that they're not having a whole lot of feelings. I feel like they've shut down their feeling center to focus on their mental area. And I feel like that's why they're moving in different direction, because they're just doing this huge overhaul of their life and their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets on what they want in life and where they want to go, who they want to be, blah, 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 blah. Just a lot of stuff in their mind. And I feel like they're just in this whirlwind of thought and air energy. And so they're not in their emotional energy. But I feel like they're the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is like when you start to see fruit grow and you're like, well, I really want a different direction. And it doesn't have to do anything with you. You know, it has to do with their happiness on the inside, because they've been looking for all this fulfillment on the outside world, but they're not happy in here. There's nothing that you can do about that. They have to go on this journey. And so I would let them go, because otherwise you're just going to be investing a lot of energy into something that's like a black hole. No return, just you're pouring your energy out and not getting uh, anything in return. So, but you know, of course, this also is for you. People don't leave us. People don't. We don't lose jobs. Whatever things are moved out of our way, moved out of our path, out of our life to make room for new, to move out of our way so we can move forward in the direction that we are more drawn to. So let let it go, let them go, let them do whatever they're going to do, and invest your energy more in things that are more in alignment to where you want to go, is what I feel, Elisa. So that is what they have for you. I know, but just know it's for you. It's for me. It's for me. It's for me. This is for me. Hang in there. Sending you much love and blessings there, Elisa. All right. Continue moving down the list here. Hey, Elisa. Oh, and then Elisa. So, um, okay. So what's going on to the relationship R and A? Yeah. So what's the current situation? So let's dive deep in there. Thank you for your donation. So I'm going to dive in deeper here for you. And let's see what's going on in their relationship. Yeah. All right. Well, we get another temperance and patience and balance card, right? So things are taking forever. But they've been balancing. They're it's things are moving along. It's just taking time. Tempering, you know, is when they go back and forth. It's like alchemy, where they each time they pour it back and forth, things are evolving, things are going. It's just taking time for it to unfold. I feel like every time we check, it's like, come on, but it is moving slowly. Um, I feel like R is, you know, in this, the star card is understanding what their wishes are. What if they could have their dreams come true? What is it? The King of Cups here is balancing heart and mind, right? They roll over emotions, but all the kings are given air. So there's this balancing out. Again, more balance. They're trying to figure things out. they I feel like they've been in trying to live up to everyone else's expectations for so long in their life, they just are having a hard time understanding what is it that they want because they've always like bent their will to everyone else's family and friends and lovers and partners, whatever it is. They've always just done what everyone will make everyone else happy or what they thought would make everyone else happy, that they're trying to figure out who they are and what they really want. And so there is this, balancing out of heart and mind. They're trying to figure things out. What would wish fulfillment be like for them? They have got the King of Pentacles, and this, the a lot of wisdom that the King brings in is when he tried to find his stability of his worth in the outside world, he felt unstable. Relationships, situations, things, just like everything feels like in their outside world has just always blown up and been unstable. And so that's what's brought him to this point of contemplation of what's going to make me happy. And again, that's the star card coming in, wish fulfillment, wishing upon a star. If I could have one wish, what would it be? Well, you know, everything on the outside world is always disappointed and been unstable and let him down. He's really trying to figure out if he could make a wish, what would the wish be? He's really trying to figure that out. The Nine of Staves here, this is the wall of energy that's keeping them from moving forward because they're learning to stand in their power, trying to understand um, who they are, what they want, and everything else just feels like there's this block because they are afraid of stepping forward, right? They're afraid of exerting their power because they've been feeling so powerless all their life that I feel like this is like one of the big points in their life where they're actually starting to stand up for themselves. And they're like, what is it out there? It's like they're showing me like a dog that's been kept in a kennel for most of its life, and you open up the kennel to free it, and it doesn't want to leave it because it's safe, and they're not sure what that outside world has, and so they're very tentative about stepping forward. So that's the kind of energy that they're kind of going through right now. But so they're getting closer and closer to getting out of the cage, but it just feels like things are slowly unfolding. I know. But that's what they have for you right now, Eliza. So hang in there. I know. But many blessings to you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, Sorsha's Tarot, you are up next, I believe. Yes. So, what is happening with your relationship? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. So, there seems to be a lot of I want to say conflict, but there's a lot of awareness that's coming with your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around what you feel a relationship should be. Seven of Swords is like what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets is stealing from you, is deceiving you, right? There are these uh, opinions that you were given growing up around what a relationship should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, who they are supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, blah, 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 right? But you're realizing what of these thoughts and beliefs have been stealing love from you. And the Ace of Swords is that you're spending time really connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which is allowing you to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, which is allowing you to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've had in the past. So you're expanding and removing some of the blinds that you've had before, the restrictions that you've had before, um, regarding relationship. So that there is some of this rattling of your cage that's going on around your thoughts and your beliefs. I feel like you are really stepping into your power rather than feeling like you're at the whim of those expectations, like you're feel like you have strings that are controlling you. You're really stepping up into wanting stability. You're wanting to take control and stop feeling out of control. And so this Emperor card is really stepping into it. The Emperor has a story of, an emperor um, has two sides. A loving emperor is a loved emperor. So an emperor who unconditionally loves its kingdom, it gives of the royal treasury. It to be successful because it knows if everyone in the kingdom is successful, then they can impact the world in beautiful, amazing, huge ways. And so the emperor is very loving, and so they are loved. But like all of our humans, when that little inner child, that human inner child feels unsafe or out of control, it leaves that mind of itself. It becomes a tyrant, becomes a dictator because it's freaking out. It wants to have control. It wants to, you know, take control from others. It wants to feel safe. It does whatever it feels it needs to. So it becomes a dictator and a tyrant rather than a loving, loved emperor. And so there's this choice we have of how we go around trying to control our relationship. And so there's this awareness that's coming through for all this, but you're ready to take control of your actions, of your perceptions, of what you can control, which is all in here. Our thoughts, like what stories we apply to any situation, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. That's what's truly in our control. We can't control what other people think and what other people feel, only ourselves. And so I feel like it's going through this transformation, and you're realizing where you're investing your energy in your relationship, because you do have the Page of Cups that comes in here, which is about new love, a new type of love entering into your relationship, something that's more free, something that's more evolved, again, something that is more free, like a loving emperor who is rather than a tyrant and a dictator. And I feel like you are releasing yourself. The more you release yourself and those expectations around relationship, the more you free your partner too in relationship. And the more it expands it and allows you to, instead of looking at how someone's falling short and how you're falling short, you look at the abundance and the appreciation you have for the other person and the appreciation you have for yourself. So I feel like that is what Spirit wants you to know right now, regarding your relationship and what's unfolding right now. So that is what they have for you, Sorsha. Many blessings to you. Very good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So we are down to the last few minutes of my 2-hour session. Um, and so um, I just want to let everyone know I'm going to do one more free reading. So Lazen, you'll be my last free reading. So anyone else that um, would like me to make sure I complete your reading in this session, a donation of any kind does have me prioritize your reading. I will complete it during this session. Um, and uh, so I want to make sure he knows that. Um, I will be back tomorrow morning, um, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I will hopefully have energy tomorrow morning, and I will be. My plans are to, uh, Saturday and Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Mountain, and then also Saturday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain. As long as my energy keeps going, knock on wood. And so I will be here a few more times. If you are not able to make a donation right now, I totally understand that, and I respect that. But I do offer a lot of free content, and so if you are unable to make a donation and need an answer this evening, if you go over to my main page at Brothers and Mystic Tarot, if you just click on my name, it'll go over to all the playlists that are there. I have pick a card readings, weekly energy updates, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and other types of videos. And so just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the reading or readings that have messages for you. They're smart that way. Also, let me pop this in here real quick too. I do have a bi-weekly or bi-monthly, it's every 2 weeks, a personal reading giveaway. And here's the link to that if you want to check that out. That will tell you how you can sign up. It's actually on that video is how you sign up. And I will be pulling those Sunday afternoon, any winners. So be sure to check that out. And I think those are the only videos that I'll post because you can go to my playlist. Again, thank you guys so much for all your likes on the video, all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. And it's the perfect price, free, right? A little tap, it does definitely does help out the channel. So I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. So you can book a reading as well. So I think that's everything. Yeah. All right. So let me take a look here. All right. So there we are. So Layan, Layzn, you'll be my last free reading. And again, if anyone else wants me to complete your reading in this session, just a donation of any kind, I will make sure to complete that. So, Lan, how does YL feel about you? And if you meet him on Monday, will he like you? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, interesting. So his feelings about you, we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you and wanting to move forward, kind of into wish fulfillment. So I like that because it's like they're ready to leave behind any old uh, ex feelings and, you know, past relationship feelings, and they're ready to move forward. The Four of Coins, the Four Pentacles, is about a solid foundation in the outside world. So I feel like this is a positive. It's like you are um, well, that you are responsible for this because this is what happens, but your presence is triggering them to want to leave behind old emotions and move into something that's stable in the outside world. So I like that kind of energy coming in there. And if you meet him on Monday, will he like you? Wow. Yeah. I feel like that they will, because you have the King of Cups. A King of Cups rolls over water, but all the kings are given air. So the water is balanced by air. The Queen of Swords rolls over air, but is balanced by water. So I feel like you guys will see enough of it's interesting because on the outside it looks like you guys are so not so different, but you're different. But really, um, they are a balance between heart and mind, and you're a balance between heart and mind. You just look like, mind on the outside, but on the inside you have heart, or maybe vice versa. And they are emotional on the outside, but have mind that balances it. So you have this crossover, these so much that you can relate. And so that's what I feel from that. I mean, you have the universe, which is the world card, is generally what it is, which is about victory. It is about leaving behind old cycles and moving into um, new adventure. So I feel like this is a very positive cards here for you. So I would give it 2 thumbs up from Spirit. So that is what they have for you, Leanne. Many, many blessings to you. All right, let me just double check here. All right, so I don't see any other donations. So we're going to go ahead and close down this session. Again, thank you guys so much for being here and for all your level of support and all your well wishes. I'm so glad to be back and full of energy. And, it's what Spirit does, forced R&R when you don't balance. So I'm reviewing where I'm investing all my energy and trying to balance more so that I don't end up sick again. So, but many blessings to everyone. Thank you guys again. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get through to every free reading. I will be back tomorrow morning. Again, check my playlist for all the free content. Spirit will guide you to those readings that have messages for you. And please know, as you go throughout each and every second of every day, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, hang in there. Have a great night, a great day, wherever you're out in the world. Until then, much love to you, and you guys take care. Good night.